Today, I'm going to tell you about things you should never say to those who suffer with depression. So hang in there. It might get a little bit uncomfortable. Hello, y'all, and welcome to Mental Health Mondays. Glad you are here. The 14 things that you should never say to someone who suffers from depression. But first, make sure you check out
Anna Lamind, The Power of Misfits,
and visit The Learning Mind. Both links will be down in the description box, and make sure you check those out before you leave. And if you enjoy this content, I'm here every Monday. You can like, subscribe, and that way you'll get notifications every time I upload a video. So, unless you live with depression, it's difficult to understand. Today, this is not necessarily just for those with mental illness, but for those family members, friends, acquaintances, partners of people who have mental illnesses, and in this case, depression. Depression is paralyzing. It can transform a perfectly sunny day into a dark one. For those who suffer, it can seem almost impossible to escape this pit. And the thing is, we need all the support we can get. I fight this battle of depression. So, people fail to look outside their own perceptions, it seems. Those who do not suffer from depression just cannot understand how it feels. When you know someone is suffering from depression and you want to help, you sometimes just blurt out something. And if you're wondering if you're guilty of saying insensitive things, it may possibly be true. So I'm going to just go ahead and tell you what not to say. Number 1, just stop talking about it. I'm sharing a secret with you. I was told not too long ago that I should stop thinking about my illness and it would just go away. What makes it so hard is that the one who told me this was a spiritual leader. First off, I'm not trying to come down on any spiritual leaders at all. But I've tried talking the darkness into light. It worked momentarily, but it did not stay away. The point is, depression is a real thing. It's not imaginary. Whether I wish to talk about it or not, no one else should have the audacity to tell me to ignore the problem, and it will go away. How mature is that, actually? Number 2, you look better when you smile. Yeah, we all look like Mary Poppins when we have a huge grin across our faces. I guess that smile will dig down deep and wash away the horrors of bleakness. No. I may look better when smiling, but instead of pining for a smile, why don't you fall in love with the truth of the person, the scars, and everything about them, the whole being? Maybe you could smile. It's better than criticism. Number 3, look at all the things you have to be happy about. Why are you sad? You know, I could have every material object my heart desired, but I could still be unhappy. Or rather, depressed. I have everything I need. But guess what? Sometimes I still want to just hide away. And sometimes I have no idea why. Depression is not sadness. It's something much more than that. Number 4, I miss the old you. I mean, come on, this one is kind of ridiculous. If you miss the old me, then you love me and you know me for who I really am. Then you already know about my illness. That's one way to look at it, right? Another idea is this. If you love the old me, instead of reminding me that I have failed you, why not sit and watch television with me? Grab a book. Read with me. I may not want to do these things, but you can spend your time just being in my company instead of telling me that you miss the old me. Number 5, you need to seek help. Chances are I have already sought help on many occasions. I may be currently seeking help. That doesn't mean that I should be miraculously cured of my condition. In fact, illnesses such as bipolar disorder, depression, anxiety cannot be just cured miraculously. Not normally. Maybe there are cases where, wow, everything just changed. Everything turned around. That's great. But on the norm, that doesn't happen. And like I said, I'm sorry if I'm being blunt, but this needs to be approached. It needs to be approached ASAP. Number 6, happiness is a choice. I'm not even going to harp on this one for very long. If I could be happy, I would be happy. What do you think I am? A glutton for punishment? And I'm human. I don't have a happy button. I can't just reach behind my neck, press a button, and smile. Number 7, maybe you should take meds. Wait, are you taking your meds? Not everyone who suffers from depression takes their meds, but I do. I still have wannabe psychiatrist loved ones telling me that I should take my meds. Sometimes when it's really bad, and I mean excruciatingly bad, my loved ones ask if I'm off my meds. Well, the truth is the medicines can only do so much. I wish I could tell you that I was off my meds or whatever, but sometimes they just aren't strong enough for some levels of darkness. Number 8, I get sad sometimes too. I know how you feel. Being sad and having depression are 2 different things. Sadness goes away, usually in a short period of time. Suddenly something comes along and it brings a smile back to your face. With depression, sometimes even a laughing baby, a cuddly puppy, or even a big piece of chocolate cake, it just cannot make you smile. It's not the same. Never will be. So stop comparing them. Number 9. Get over it. You've been sad too long. Once in my 20s, I watched my dog get killed by a car. I cried for a long time until a friend of mine told me that I had cried enough. At the time, I was heartbroken. Not only for my puppy, but for the fact that my friend thought he knew the limits to my grieving. I don't care who you are or how much you think you know. Never tell someone how long they're supposed to grieve. You can't govern someone's grief. Number 10, you're being so selfish. I know there are starving children around the world and homeless people with nowhere to sleep tonight. But guess what? I still hurt too. I wish you wouldn't think that I am selfish because I hurt so badly. And sometimes so badly that I can't even function. I can't get out of bed, eat a meal, or comb my hair. I've tried to function, but my arms and legs just will not work. And I cannot talk without crying. I don't want your attention. And, hey, I'm more than willing to help someone out on a different day. But you can't attack people. And you can't compare their sadness to some other really negative situation. Number 11. You know, you must first love yourself before you can be loved. This statement limits the remote possibility that someone with depression can be loved. True love sees beyond imperfections. You will be loved. I will be loved. And it has nothing to do with the fact that I may not be happy with myself on a given day. Number 12. But you're always so happy. Okay, think about Robin Williams. He made everybody laugh all the time. But we don't really know what was in his mind. And a lot of the funniest people, a lot of the seemingly happiest people in the world suffer from depression. And I guess you've seen me on my best days. This may be the first time you've seen my depression monster. You know, when I come in frowning, head down, angry, I don't know, just out of sorts. Maybe you're not used to that. It's just by chance that you've dodged the negative side of me most of the time. I have depression, and this is just part of me, just as much as the smiles and the nice words that I say. Number 13. You're not going to, are you? These are never words that we should throw around. And I'm not planning to harm myself. And it's not wise for you to ask me that. You should never bring up death when people are battling death itself. Battling to stay alive every day. But honestly, depression doesn't automatically mean that I want to harm myself. So stop asking that asinine question. Number 14. You need to get out more often. I want you to know that for the most part, I don't like being around a lot of people. I do get out, but at my own pace. I will never give in, feel better, or come out of my shell just for you, just for another person. And it's not so much being afraid as, just like I said, being uncomfortable. I don't want anything making the depression worse. And if I'm already depressed, it's intimidating to go out there and happen to find something else to be depressed about. And yes, I'm trying to look at the silver lining, and sometimes I just don't see it. You don't always know what's best for me or for your loved one that suffers from depression. I won't take up any more of your time since I've explained so many pet peeves. I will leave you with this. Please, whatever you do or however you feel, be considerate of those who suffer from depression or other mental illnesses. Your words can both enlighten and destroy. You should not just blurt something out. If depression irritates you, you should consider taking a look at yourself. There may be something going on with you that makes it so irritating to be around loved ones or friends who suffer from depression. It doesn't help to try to just shake them out of it. So today I want you to keep an open mind and an open heart. And I want what's best for all of us. I just hate the stigma. So I just ask for love and compassion and kindness and a little bit of patience. And by all means, educate yourself. Learn. Keep learning. And with that being said, make sure you check out The Learning Mind. You can find many great articles, blog posts on mental health issues. Make sure you check that out. It's an awesome site. And grab you a copy of Anna Lemine's book, The Power of Misfits. So, You guys, it's great to see you. I'll see you next Monday. And you have a blessed day.